I'm going to take a minute longer than that. I'll just give some context about the demographics of India and some numbers. India is a large country, roughly 1,200 million population, of which the workforce is around 400 million people, 480 million people. Around 90% of them work in unorganized sectors. And roughly 30% of the country is below the poverty line. Now the poverty line is the way it is decided or designed is quite debatable. Though the Planning Commission in India comes out with a scoring pattern which gives out a score, and anyone below a certain score falls under the poverty line. Though the center or the Planning Commission decides the poverty line, it's the state governments who go out there in the field and issue poverty cards. So the poverty data lies with the state governments. The definition is defined by the central government. Back in 2007, the statistics suggested that out of the total health expenditure in the country, 77% of it was coming out of the out-of-pocket expenses of individuals. Now with 30% of the population living under the poverty line, and most of the people financing the health sector through out-of-pocket expenses, there's something wrong. And that's when Prime Minister of India announced a scheme called Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana. It's called National Health Insurance Scheme. And the idea behind the scheme was to cover only below poverty line people and offer them a cover for all kinds of medical diseases or illnesses. Yeah. So the idea was to cover below poverty line people for up to a 30,000 rupee cover, which is roughly $500. And the financing mechanism used was 75% of it coming from central government, 25% of it coming from the state government, and a marginal $50 being charged to the beneficiary. The government never wanted to charge the beneficiaries, one reason being because they were out there covering below poverty line people. Now, when you're dealing with below poverty line people, you can't increase their per capita expenditure to finance health expenses, while they might have other more important expenses to cater to. So, but still they were asked to pay $50, because when you pay for something, you really want to understand what you're buying. And that was to increase the utilization. You wanted people to know what they were getting into by asking them to pay a marginal amount. The person paying the money would ask for a lot of information. What are the hospitals I can go to? What is the benefit I'm getting? And you actually create a lot of demand by asking them to pay, but the amount being paid by the beneficiaries is quite small. The reason state governments were asked to contribute into the health insurance scheme was the data of all the poverty line customers lied with the state governments, and you wanted them to own the rollout. You wanted their buy-in into the scheme, and that's the reason you asked them to pay. Now, when you ask them to pay, they had to have a certain buy-in. So the rollout of the RSBY in the country has been phased. We've gone convincing state by state, asking them to become part of the program and co-contribute 25% of the premium amounts. Currently, out of roughly 29 states, 25 states are part of the program. Our health insurance penetration has increased from 3% in 2007 to roughly 24% now, which is a big jump given the rollout itself has been phased out. And there was also one challenge. When the national scheme was rolled out, there were many regional programs run by state government in each of their individual states with different benefits, different kinds of funding mechanisms, and the approach taken by the government was to have so they rolled it out as a pilot in one state. and started using that pilot as a show and tell. So they created a smaller ecosystem, which was end-to-end enrollment to payout process, completely tested out in a state of Kerala. It worked very well for 6 months, and that's when it started rolling out all across the country. We're now taking it from BPL to other categories. So we're now starting to cover above poverty line people into the program, and the approach there being taken is going occupation wise. So auto rickshaw walas, can we target them through unions? BD manufacturers or cigarette manufacturers, can we target them through their unions? So that's the approach being taken. There are many small pilots being organized across the country, and the idea is to move towards universal health coverage. Yeah.
Thank you. Philippines?